Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts HD Dream Drop Distance playthrough. So, today is Secret Boss Day. So as with, the secret portal and stuff, this took place midway through my collecting all of the special portals. So it is sort of a midway point, but this was the point where I was finally able to, beat the dumb boss. You're going to see it as both Riku and Sora, just so you see the different bits of cutscenes. And also because I wanted to show off getting Ultimate Weapon for both of them. Obviously, to, complete the report, you kind of do need to beat it with both of them. So, that's why we're doing this. There will be one more part after this, and that is going to show off dealing with making the final few Dream Eaters and just general housekeeping on the end of the game, so basically the report. So all you need to do to unlock this boss fight is beat the game and then head over to the Fountain Plaza.
What?
Say hello to Julius. I think a lot of people were very, very, very happy when they saw that this was the secret boss, because a lot of people have very fond memories of the Mickey Mouse short Runaway Brain. I feel bad because I've not actually ever seen Runaway Brain, but I probably should at some point. But a lot of people were quite excited, and it is actually quite funny because Julius is the first sort of Disney character to be a secret boss in the Kingdom Hearts games at all. Because obviously, if you're talking secret bosses before, you had in Kingdom Hearts 1, Kit Caesar, you did have the Ice Titan in that, which obviously was a Disney character. You had the Rock Titan, you had Sephiroth, and you had the Phantom. Kingdom Hearts 2 was Sephiroth, and then whatever you came up against in the Colosseum. Then, Birth by Sleep, you had the Mysterious Figure, you had the Vanitas Remnant. Oh yeah, I also forgot Kingdom Hearts 1, you did have the Mysterious Figure there. And also Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, you had the Lingering Will, Lingering Sentiment, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Birth by Sleep, Mysterious Figure, Vanitas Remnant. You then also had obviously the ones that were introduced into Final Mix, No Heart, Ericus's Armour, and Monstro. Dream Drop Distance, you just have Julius, which is it's a climb down, I suppose, in terms of overall secret bosses, like total number of secret bosses, but it's fine because Julius is quite difficult. He hits like a truck. I mean, he is the size of a truck. Obviously, it does not help that you don't have your Dream Eaters here to support you, because honestly, they do wonders. You may not realise it, but they really do. Pretty much, there are two slightly cheap tactics, but still tactics that work in terms of dealing with Julius, and that is the Balloonra tactic of effectively charging into him, well, flinging out Balloonras at whatever crazy rate you can, and then trying to just dodge the hell out of everything. And the other tactic is what I believe is using Faraga Burst, because basically, even though I didn't think you could, because it didn't seem to work for me, you can jump up on top of the side bits around here, which, using sort of your jumping abilities, can get you just enough height to stay out of the way of Julius's attacks, which allows you to throw it up kind of Faraga Burst, and you can just sort of repeat that until he's dead. I would say that he's mostly alright as a fight, apart from the fact that this area is maybe slightly too small to fight in. And he does move surprisingly quickly. There's also sort of this move which I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to dodge that, but the most infuriating bit is that if you get hit by that attack, then you lose the ability to use some of your bits of magic. Which obviously can be very dangerous if he happens to throw out all of your Kira's, Kiraga's, any of your actual sort of healing tools. So you do need to be very careful, and I got into a very, very, very precarious situation right here. You can sort of get him into a bit of a stun lock, but it is difficult to do. And as you can see, I have very few things that I can actually do at this moment in time. It did take me more than a few times to take Julius down. But finally, with that triple plasma, Riku has defeated him. And I have to say I am quite proud of that, because that was the first time that I actually defeated Julius. So, success for me!
Next time, behave.
And for beating Julius, you get the Ultima weapon, which, as I've said, it's basically the best keyblade in the game. And also, to be honest, I always really like the Ultima weapons. They just look really, really cool and grandiose, and I love them. But, yeah. That is Julius Mark 1 defeated. So, now that we've done it with Riku, it's time to do it with Sora. I have the feeling Sora's going to be a little bit more challenging, because Sora's blocks and dodges are not quite as effective as Riku's. And, yeah, that's going to be fun. But yes, if you want to, I believe, complete the story bit, you do have to take down Julius. So that is another reason for doing that. You can fight him anytime you like, after you've beaten him, just by checking out the manhole. So that is something that you can do if you desperately wanted to, but why you would, I have absolutely no idea. Beat him once, that's done. But now it is time for Sora's version, because of course.
Who are you?
I will say it's quite funny to see the differences in the response to Julius. Sora's just like, "Who are you? What's going on?" And Riku's just like, "I'm sorry, what?" And then as soon as he's beaten him, he's just like, "Now behave." Just like, stop being a child. Just behave, for the love of God. The other thing that you will have noticed is that for me with Sora, he's got notably less health than Riku did. So that also made this a lot more challenging. Because, yeah, ultimately, less health means less buffer to deal with. And that didn't help. I mean, the one thing that I will point out is that it is easy enough to tell what moves Julius is going to do before he does them. So, like, whenever he does that, you know he's going to go into the sort of the shoulder barge, which, honestly, the shoulder barge is your opportunity to get in there and cause him grief. The issue that I always tend to find is once he goes into the, sort of this multi-punching thing, he will end up sort of just colliding into you. It's difficult to get away from. Like, just dodging out the way generally doesn't get you enough distance. And there's not really enough time to actually get in there and, you know, knock him out of the attack. So it can be a frustrating fight, and yeah, it definitely did take me more than a few tries to get runs down that were successful. I'm not saying that they were good, I'm just saying that they were successful. And as with most secret bosses, whenever I do try and take them on, it is just a case of going, yeah, no, I will go with a successful run, rather than one that maybe looks good. And I can't believe it that he poisoned me. This absolute blighter poisoned me. And now he's confused me, like, seriously, mate? You're just trying to make this way more difficult than it has any right to be. And, oh, there's a death. Now I do remember. Because I thought, well, you might have thought from my fight on Riku's side that Julius was fine. No, that's the sort of rubbish that Julius can do to you. And I think that what my intention was I wanted to show that off so that you, you know, could understand my pain. Because, yeah, Julius didn't want to play ball. And I very much wanted to murder him. Well, all I can say to that is thank God that, you know, I do actually take this down. It does sort of remove, I suppose, any tension from this fight. Because ultimately, you know that I do end up with Ultimate Weapon on both Riku and Sora. So you know that I'm going to beat Julius as Sora. But I suppose it's not going to make the fight any less stressful. Still not making it any less stressful for me, because whenever I get down onto low health, my brain just goes, oh no, oh no, oh no, you're going to die again, you idiot! What are you thinking? I mean, I suppose some of the things that you can do to make this a lot easier on yourself is just, you know, level hell up. If you're sort of around 50, which is, I think I was 47, 46 with both Sora and Riku by the time I did this. That's probably about right. I think some people do recommend being around level 60 for, like, Proud Mode Julius. I mean, I think some people even recommend it for Standard Mode Julius. So, it's definitely something to think about if you are really, really, really struggling with this fight. Yeah, level up. Because obviously the higher your level, the more damage you're going to do, the more health you're going to have, and that is going to make your life so much easier. And I don't know if this is something that I spotted that I was able to do, but it did seem like I was able to slightly jump over his attacks during that a little bit. So that is a tactic that you might think of using. Obviously, I still can't dodge the toffee. And I suppose the thing that does slightly annoy me about that particular move is that sometimes it can be very difficult to see him coming. So you can end up getting blindsided by him. Also, you may have noticed that when he's in this sort of electrified, hyped up phase, he can use sonic booms to try and attack you. And so, yeah, that's fun. But I think that even though obviously we have lost a number of our commands, they do eventually return to you. It does just take a while. I'm not sure what the actual sort of time frame on it is, but it is something that you do just have to be a little bit careful about. But I think we are in control of this fight now, and I didn't realise that you could like fully stun him. Like, I will definitely take that. And we are... Oh, not this now! I thought that I was going to be fine, and Then he decided, oh yes, I'm going to do this to you right this freaking second. Thankfully, I managed to get that balloon off just in time, because I think I might have been screwed otherwise. Oh boy.
What was that about?
My question exactly, Sora. My question exactly. But that is Ultimate Weapon unlocked for both Sora and Riku. And that means that we are basically at the end of Kingdom Hearts HD Dream Drop Distance. There's one more part of extras, and then we are done. So, as I'm getting my ass handed to me by random ass Dream Eaters that I don't care about, and slowly but surely glide my way to the exit, see you next time.